Hey Gemini, here to do your weekly reading. So we're gonna give you 6 shuffles and 6 cards and see what comes up for you this week. I can get likes and subscribes. That would be amazing if you like the video. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. Messages for Gemini, please. All right. Okay. So I feel like you have to give someone some bad news this week. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is popping up in everyone's reading this week. I don't know if everyone is just like taking a break or a pause or just delaying stuff, but it's popping up in everyone's reading. So the overall energy is the Page of Swords. So to me, this could, sometimes this means like spying, but I'm not getting that from this card with the rest of the cards that are here. I feel like this is someone who has to tell someone something, and it is not going to, it's kind of like not something that they want to hear. And like, it could be something that you are very uncomfortable saying. Page of Swords is like a kid with a sword and he doesn't really know how to use it yet, and he's kind of awkward about it, and using it the wrong way could end up cutting people, you know. So I feel like it's a kind of an awkward conversation and kind of difficult to hear, difficult to say, and difficult to hear. So you also have the 6 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. So I feel like this is speaking of some kind of breakup or just moving on from somebody. 6 of Swords is like someone transitioning from rough waters into calm waters. So maybe this relationship was kind of turbulent and it's just not something that's working out. The reason why you could be having a hard time telling someone is because maybe they're just kind of like not an easy person to talk to. Maybe they get angry or they get emotional. And the 7 of Pentacles could be you delaying this conversation or have being delayed this conversation. Maybe this is something that you've been wanting to say and you haven't, but now this week you finally are. 5 of Cups, you know, obviously means like sadness, regret, sorrow, despair, things like that. So it's clearly something that is going to make somebody sad. Could be you, could be them, could be both of you. You know, just because you end something doesn't mean you're not sad about it. So you do have the Justice card, which to me is you doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing no matter how difficult it is, no matter how hard the conversation is, which is why you probably waited so long to have it. But the fact that you're even having it and you're able to look this person in the eye and be like, listen, this is how I feel. I don't think this is working out. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the fact that you're actually doing that is commendable. You know, it's the right thing to do. It really is. Like, unlike a lot of people who just kind of like disappear, ghost, give the slow fade, you know, all that stuff, which is awful. This way, when you're actually telling somebody your truth and how you really feel, regardless of how difficult it is or how hurtful it might be, it really does give that other person closure. So it is important to have that conversation, no matter how long you've been seeing them or not. So that's a great thing. Conversation might be hard, but it's definitely necessary and it's the right thing to do. But you do have the Seven of Wands, so I want to clarify this. This is like a blocking card. So I don't know if you're going to have to block this person. High Priestess flew out. I don't know if you're going to have to block this person or not. But let's clarify. Can we clarify the Seven of Wands, please? Clarify the Seven of Wands. Yeah. The Four of Swords. So I have a feeling that this person's not going to take this well, unfortunately. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You might have to block them. You might have to block them and just give them completely no contact, zero communication for them to move on. Which is unfortunate, but sometimes you have to do that. I've had to do it before. I broke up with someone and they just were relentless and I had to just block them on everything. Then they started handwriting me letters to my address and they still are. Anyway, followed by this blocking or this like no contact, dropping off contact with this person, you do have the Ten of Pentacles. So I don't know if maybe you are financially supporting this person. This could also just mean happiness. You know, this could just mean that you're happy again. And after kind of no longer hearing from this person again anymore, or not having to deal with their negative energy, you're just like in a happy place. You know, you're feeling very abundant, you're feeling happy, you know, excited about the future. Life is good. Let's see what Romance Angels has to say. Actually, let's see what this other person feels. How does this other person feel about the situation with Gemini? How does the other person feel about the situation with Gemini, please? Okay. Two of Swords, Eight of Swords, Page of Cups. I'm getting heavy, heavy, heavy denial with these three cards. Just being blind to it. Her eyes are covered. Her eyes are covered. And Page of Cups, wanting to apologize, say sorry, reconcile. Just heavy denial that this is over, which is why you probably have to block them. I don't know why I feel like this is a female energy, but it might not be. Could be male. But maybe there's just more females that are feeling this way. So yeah, it looks like they're in denial. They're going to be pretty relentless is the word that comes to mind. So block away, do what you got to do, you know. Can I get a Romance Angels card for Gemini, please? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So clearly this is a card of putting yourself first. And it looks like that's what you would be doing by kind of having a difficult conversation and telling somebody your truth, walking away from them, potentially blocking them for your own happiness, which I completely agree with. Love yourself first. Let's see what Wellness Oracle has to say. Have some cards for Gemini, please, regarding this person or situation. all right. First two cards that came out was the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Clearly. Runner. Runner in a codependent relationship. Fear of intimacy. Listening to ego. So I don't know if this is you, and it just could just mean, you know, you're running away from this relationship. Might not have anything to do with ego, but maybe it does. You know, maybe some of you are dealing with fear of intimacy, and having a relationship is just not. Maybe you're just emotionally unavailable right now, and you just can't kind of deal with someone who is like this. You know, this is pretty intense. You know, if you're kind of like emotionally unavailable, this person is like extremely emotional. You guys clearly are not compatible at this time. But then you have Paradise, which is kind of like what I feel with this card. After you're kind of done with all of this stuff, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness. So, you know, it's like you're happy again. After you clear yourself of this situation, there's nothing but happiness and abundance that is coming into your life. So those are your messages for the week, Gemini. I hope that's given you some insight. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next week.